Hello, what's happening, everybody? We're here again for another Fartist feature. That's right. I'm here with, is it Lewis? Wire? Oh, I think you're having camera issues now. You have some kind of issues happening. Hello?
Can you see me now as
I
effects?
can see you now. It's fixed now.
Great. Hello, everyone.
Perfect. Oh, sorry. Is it Lewis? Is that how you pronounce your name?
Lois.
Lewis? Nice. Very cool. Uh, very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I've seen your Rocket Girl campaigns for a while now. I think they look really cool, so I can't wait to actually get to talk to you about the books that you have created and writing yourself.
Sure.
Very nice.
So,
Before we get to that, what's that?
I was about to say, whatever questions you have, fire away.
Okay, perfect. Before we get to that, we're gonna go say hey to some people in chat. All the way from 3 p.m. We have GT Comics. What is up, homie? Always the
Hello,
first one in
Susie.
chat. Fantastic. And as you can see here, I have this pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. I will be pasting both of these along the way because you currently have two campaigns that are in pre-launch. You have your issue 3 for Rock a Girl, and then you have Neon Noir, which will be launching as well. So I'm gonna be dropping those as we go on here. And we have Jason in the house. What is up? That's right. The fartiest of fartists. That's correct. Spider Dave Art in the house. What is up, Spider Dave? We got Real Rude in the house. Thank you very much for that. What's up, Rude? And we got Michael in the house. What's happening, dudes? Yeah, welcome on in. I'm going to go and paste some of the links that you have in here for your campaigns. We can go ahead and talk about that in a second. Get all these things going. Boom, 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 boom. It's a lot of backstagey stuff when you have to do all of this.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot of work.
Yes. We got that going. So that's the Rocket Girl campaign. And I also have Neon Noir. We're going to talk about these as long as we go the way. But I just want to paste these so that they're pasted in all the chats. And then I can get this going. Boom, plop. Look at that. We plopped all the links. We did it. We made it to that part. All right. Now we're going to bring it back to you. So I'm going to make you the big. And then we're going to get to know you. Boom. There you are. There's your face.
Right.
Hello. So let the people know. Who are you? What do you do? What are you here for? Let's talk about this.
Okay. Well, I'm a British citizen, as you can probably tell. And, well, I've been interested in comics and specifically making my own, or at least thinking about them since my teen years. There was this comic shop in the city of Liverpool that I used to frequent called Worlds Apart. And it was there I found my inspiration, I guess you could say. I used to buy a lot of the indie comics from there, and hardly ever did I go for the DC or Marvel prints.
Yeah.
Which I used to always go for the smaller brands because they could just do whatever they wanted with their stories and the characters they created and present them however they wanted. Like they weren't tied or weighed down by the characters themselves and what people associated them with. And I still have quite a lot of those actually with me.
Nice. What's your favorite one?
My favorite, Stray Bullets by David
Stray
Lapp.
Bullets. Okay. Decent. I like that. Yeah, I myself started out with Marvel DC, then I kind of branched out way back in the day to all the other little independent weird stuff because that's the best. You get a lot of the fun reads in there. You can't get that stuff in Marvel and DC at the moment. You gotta branch out. And we have a question for you from chat. Michael wants to know what is behind the man there. What do we got going on? Is it comics, figures, boxes? What's on your wall?
That is a collage of classic comic covers by Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
This was something a family friend did for me as a surprise.
Oh, nice.
I was on holiday in Spain, and I came back and I found this on the wall. So
it's a good touch. I like it.
Props to that guy.
Yes, probably. Yes, bad shout out to whoever did that because they did a fantastic job on it. It looked really good. I like the way that they patterned it too. It's nice. Yeah, very good question, Michael. I like that. Yeah, that's fun. That's really cool. So when did you actually get into starting to writing your own books? When did you bring Rocket Girl about?
That was an idea I had since about 2022, but it took a while, about a few months, for it to really solidify into the identity it has today. The first campaign I did for it, that was, I think it was in late 2022 or early 2023, but that one didn't do so well. So I tried again, and that one succeeded for the first issue.
Yeah.
And the first issue I successfully printed, as you can see here.
Nice. Congrats on that. Very cool. Yeah, so you started in 2022? That dude, for only 3 years, you've done what? You're on your third issue of Rocket Girl. Now you have Neon Noir. So you're actually doing a lot of work, and I like seeing this from people. It's very cool.
Well, it seems like a lot of work, but they're slow progresses, if that makes sense. The second issue that was just funded a few months ago is still being worked on, but that's over halfway done now. And at the moment, it's not really just comics that I write. At the moment, I'm working on my own novel.
Oh, fun. What kind of novels do you like?
I kind of like the crime, thriller, murder, mystery ones, the ones that make you where some incident happens and you ask yourself questions of how it happened, why it happened, and who did it.
Oh, those are fun. I like those. I'm a big fan. I'm getting into way more crime noir kind of comics myself. Those are a lot of fun to read. Very exciting. Let's see here. I did paste. So if you guys are just joining us, we are going over a couple of your books because we have that, but we're mostly getting to know you as a writer and creator, which I think is really cool. But let me go to. Let's see if I can go to your actual campaign page because what I want to do is pull up issue 1 because that way we can pull up some of the art. We can talk about what exactly Rocket Girl is, and then we can go to your other campaign pages too. So let me find issue 1. There it is. Pull this up. Boop, boop, boop. Yes. Ooh, I like the pink background. That's nice. All right, hold on. But yes, welcome on in here. Let me go to here. I'm gonna do. There we go. We're all tiny now. I do like this image a lot. I like the artist that you have on your series for this, this cover that I used here.
The artist who did that is Santiago Latour, and he's one of the mainly promo artists for the promo material.
Very cool. So as you can see here, this is for Rocket Girl issue 1. You did get this fully funded back in August of last year, which is nice. And I like that you got projects we love from Kickstarter. That's very cool. I can play your trailer, but I'm gonna have to unplug in a minute. But I just want to open up some of these images here, and then let me just leave it on this one right here. So tell us a little bit. What is Rocket Girl about?
Rocket Girl is about an America, or Chicago to be more specific, set in the 1950s, post World War II. Hold on a minute. Gotta check on something.
Okay. You do that. I'll just put up more of the artwork that you have on here. It's very cool. I dig this. I dig this style, and I like the time frame that it's from too. Nice. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, what was the question again?
Just tell us a little bit what the Rocket Girl is all about. We can get into that, and I can show up more of the artwork that we have on here.
So Rocket Girl is about an America set post World War II. So basically in the 1950s, where the Great Depression never ended, basically, and in fact, it's kind of worse. Yeah, and imagine if World War II ended with the Soviet Union. Instead of taking just a little bit of Finland, it took all of Finland and annexed it. And it did the same with Germany. So instead of the Berlin Wall, you have the Paris or the Parisian Wall.
Whoa.
So, and on top of that, you have increased Soviet Union activity in South America. And Rocket Girl is essentially set in a world with that kind of history as the background against it. But on a more personal level, it's about street crime and the power the mafia had in that city, and all the street gangs that kind of run wild amongst it. And specifically, the street gang it focuses on are the wild fawns, and they're primarily a girl gang comprised of mostly women.
Well, that's interesting.
And
I like this.
and the Wild Fawns, they're based on the rockabilly subculture. So that's kind of where the name came from. Rockabilly, and the fact that the Wild Fawns are women, so rock a girl.
Ooh, that's cute. I dig that. I think it's a very unique book that you have here, especially with the time framing, but also the what ifs it didn't happen in the different future kind of thing. I think that's really cool. But I also
Thanks.
like that you're bringing the rockabilly type stuff in here too, because I love seeing that.
Mm.
Very cool. Feel very graphic kind of artwork as well, which is very nice. It's very
This
cool.
was the early artwork before we had a switch in artists. This
Cool.
was Santiago Latour's work, and then the later artist we brought on was David Negret, though he likes to call himself Spider Dave.
Spider Dave. Well, he's in chat. Well, thanks for coming here, Spider Dave.
Thanks for
Nice.
joining.
Yeah. Cool. I dig it. Very nice. And there's your team here.
Yeah.
We have Martina as well. She's doing colors, and Santiago here. Very nice. So this is all from your issue 1 campaign, which I really liked. I thought this was very cool. I'm going to leave the trailer for a little bit later because I have to unplug for that. But I will be going to issue 2 as well because I think that's very cool. Let's see. Nice. Let's see here. Woof, woof, woof. Oh, there we go. Yeah, very cool. I dig this a lot. And then you had issue 2. Oh, no, issue 2. There it is.
Yeah.
There you go. You have issue 2, which is also ended just a couple of months ago. So back in April is when it ended. Very cool. I remember when you were getting this funded, which was very nice to see. But yeah, I really dig the art. It's very like the art style. It did kind of evolve from issue 1 to issue 2 and 3. It's kind of got that more grittier style to it, which I think really fits.
What you're looking at
really
with this piece in particular is something that's directly inspired from noir film title cards, if you remember what those look like.
Very cool. Yeah, it's got that really gritty noir feel to it too, and I like that it's a little bit more just kind of like got that old school kind of vibe to it. I love the cars in it, but I like I very much enjoying the auto stuff because you have motorcycles on the one cover, and I like that you kind of threw that in there. But I also love that you have that really cool rockabilly style plus that 1950s glamour as well, which is really nice to see.
The reason for all the cars and the motor vehicles is because the Wild Fawns are specialties in chop shops as a crime.
Ooh, cool. Oh, that's fun. I like that a lot. Yeah, Dave did a great job. So there he is right there. What's up, Dave? Way to go. Kicking ass here. Yeah, this is nice. I like it a lot. I really like the story, and I think the artwork really fits the style on here. That's very cool. So this ended a few months ago, and you said you're getting it ready right now because it will be shipping out soon.
It should be ready by July or August.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's just right around the corner. But yeah, the artwork, I really dig the style. You nailed the style of that like culture back then. The 1950s rockabilly type, like the girl gang thing. Yeah, you guys really nailed that. It's very cool. Yeah. Very nice. Ooh, yeah, I dig all the old school cars. The old school cars are fun to see. That's some good stuff. I like this. So what do you have planned for your Rock a Girl series? Because you're just launching issue 3 coming up.
For that issue, it's going to explore more of the city of Chicago and more of the low-level street crime in it. And in that issue in particular, I plan on introducing a rival gang to the Wild Fawns.
A rival gang? Nice. That'll be fun. I like this. I like the old school newspaper too that you have in here. This is cool. Yeah, it's got that really good noir feel to it.
Yeah. These are, so any page that looks like this in the series is going to be a flashback sequence.
Okay.
And it's deliberately based on the old 1940s and 30s Hays Code era noir films.
Yeah, you completely nailed it. What is up, P? How are you doing? What is up, Brian? Yes, happy Friday to all, and also happy birthday to Jason Voorhees. It is Friday the 13th as well, so gotta
happy birthday, Jason.
That's right. He always gets a shout out here forever. But I love this noir feel. It's very cool. You nailed really like the clothing from back then, the cars, like everything. It's super good. Very cool looking. Then here's more of the gang here. Oh, yeah. Aztec gold. Nice. This is cool. I really dig it. I've been wanting to find out more about this for a long time because I've seen a lot of your images, especially with this character here. Who is this character? Because I remember seeing this a
So
lot.
remember what I said about the rival gang? That's the
Yeah.
rival gang. That's what they generally look like.
Oh, okay. I like it. Nice. I love the diner scenes. Oh, this is really cool. I like this a lot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to issue 3. Nice. I love this panel. They're playing poker. They got the cat mask on. Nice. That's awesome. Oh, shenanigans has happened there. Oh, they're taking all the money. Oh, this is very cool. I like this so much. Very nice. And then here are some of the covers that you had for issue 2. I like that
Yeah,
you do like this kind of collage-y thing that you've done for almost all the issues that I've seen so far. It kind of has that like really interesting like old school kind of collage to it.
that cover in particular is supposed to be representative of a film poster.
Oh, okay. I see. Nice. I like this. And then I like that you have the whole gang here. It's very cool.
Mhm.
Nice. I dig it. It's lovely. Really good. And oh, now they've this poor girl here. From everything I've seen, this poor girl here is she's not happy.
Yeah, that's the initiation.
Okay, I see. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Now I know why she was like blindfolded and stuff. Take it around. Very cool. I like that a lot. And then let me see. Go back to your issue 3 that's coming up here. Let me see. Come on. Give me that. And then here you have where's pre-launch? There it is. Pre-launch for issue 3. Very cool. I like this art style a lot. This art style is really interesting. It's kind of got like that painterly kind of look to it. I love that. It's very nice. I like the makeup that you added to her as well.
Yeah, that's standard uniform for that gang in particular. And you see more
Oh, here they go.
this cover.
Yeah, there they go. The baddies are right there, and then you got the regular gang here, and then I love the old school style. We still have a monorail here as well. I think that's cool. Nice. I love the coloring in this. This is nice. I like that she's just like stuck on her. She's like following her around. Oh, at least she survived the initiation. Oh, I like the anarchy there. That's cool. Very cool. So issue 3, it looks like they're going to be getting to a lot more shenanigans coming up with the different gang here.
Mm-hmm. Quite a bit of it.
Oh, well, that's good. I like to see that. But yeah, looks like they're just going to. Oh, I love that you're doing it inside the little subway system there as well, which is fun. It's a good time. Yeah, it's really cool. I like this a lot. So do you know when you're going to be launching issue 3?
Issue 3 will more than likely launch this autumn, but failing that, it will be launched at next winter at the latest, which would be early 2026.
All right. Cool. You can really go out there and hustle these pre-launch links, get more people out there, because that's what we're trying to do right now. We're going to get you way more followers. So when you do launch, you'll get that on there. Let's see. Oh, that's a good question. Do they get a reprimand if their makeup is not up to gang is not up to the gang standards? Oh,
Let's just say things get a bit painful for them.
Oh, snap. Dang. Well, they wouldn't be a really gang if that didn't happen. So, way to go. Let's see here. Successful. Where did I go see your trailer at? Where was that at? Was issue 1? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. What's that? I'm sorry?
There's not a lot to the trailer. It's only a little over 20 seconds long.
Okay, well, I'll just play it. If it's only 20 seconds, then I won't probably hold on. I'll do like this real quick. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh. All right. I'm not going to unplug it. It's only a 20-second song because my headphones, it does not link me. But what we're going to do is come up with our own theme song. So let me grab my nail file and we're going to beat bop along to this trailer here. So let's do that. Let's go. Beat bop. Yeah. It's a nice little trailer. I know you guys couldn't hear it up there. I know, but that's okay. Very nice. I like the little trailer. It's cute. Are you gonna plan on doing any other trailers for issue 3?
I don't have any ideas for it at the moment, but when I do, I'll probably put them in if I can.
Okay, I like that. Very nice. Thanks.
It was catchy.
It was very, very catchy. Yes, thank you. Yes, my skills are getting better as host these. Nice. Oh, this is looking very cool. I like what I see here, and I really hope that you have success on this campaign. Let me see, is this the same one? Okay, that was issue 2 here. So yeah, issue 2, you said you're automatically in funding now, and you're going to get that out by Augusty, I believe
At
you
the
said?
latest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice. Very cool. And then you have another campaign going. It's on pre-launch as well. So let me stop screen here. Let me go to this because you also have Neon Noir. Let's see. And then what is Neon Noir all about?
Well, Neon Noir is basically set in 1980s New York, or late 80s to be specific. And that comic is about the crack epidemic and how it swept up in the streets and affected all the old and young lives within it.
Whoa.
So this one is quite different to Rocket Girl. I wanted Rocket Girl to be closer to the Hays Code era of noir films, where you weren't allowed to get away with much through the censors. But in Rocket Girl, I wanted to contrast the lack of explicit content with extreme ultra violence. So in Rocket Girl, it basically isn't very adult in most things except the violence, because I wanted that contrast. And in Beyond Noir, it's actually kind of Rocket Girl's opposite, where it's completely grimy and filthy in every way you can think of.
Ooh, it's neat. I dig the art style. It's kind of got that like cartoony, little bit of like a hint of like Bruce Timmish kind of feel to it, which I'm very big fan of.
Mhm.
Ooh, yeah. Some cool images in this. Like these little itty bitty like tiny things. There's some cool stuff happening.
Yeah, it's I wanted a collage that represented or captured a lot of what goes on in a typical day or night in New York.
A lot of stuff is happening, for sure. Oh, this is interesting. I like this. I like that this is going to be coming out. And then when you planning on launching this? Are going to come out around the same time?
No, this one will probably come out quite a bit later, perhaps next summer or autumn.
Okay. All right. That's nice. So yeah, we're gonna really build up and share these around so we get way more followers. So if you are coming in here right now, this is the link right here to go sign up for Neon Noir. Of course, this down here. And then you have the other link, which is for Rocket Girl 3 issue. Nice. This is cool. Just dropping these in here. So click on those. You'll notice that it says pre-launch. So just sign up to it and follow it. You'll get notified when it does go live, which is very cool. Both these titles seem really, really, really cool. I'm digging both of these. I like the themes that you have in both books. I like that they take place in like different time periods and also different like city locations. Do you have any other books that you want to work on besides your novel that you're going to be coming out with?
There's one I have that's kind of a work in progress at the moment, and it's another comic. And unlike Rocket Girl and Neon Noir, this one is kind of set in a small rural-ish town in Oregon. And it's
Okay.
quite different from the other comics because I like to do something else that's not crime or noir related now and again. And that one's closer to being a sort of celestial adventure exploration coming of age story.
Whoa, that sounds really neat. Here, that sounds really neat. So, celestial coming of age story set in Oregon.
Yeah,
Nice. Is it? No, that's interesting. Is there, because you're in the UK? Is there a reason why you're picking these different locations? Like, do you have ties to any of these locations?
I don't have specific ties to any of these locations, but given how large and famous and exposed they are, they had a way of fascinating me. And the more I looked into them, the more interested I became. And I wouldn't say I identify with these locations, but I understand them enough
Okay.
to an extent to make the stories that I made with them as the backdrops.
Well, that's fun. Let's see. Yeah, you got the East Coast, you got the Midwest, and you got the West Coast. You got something from it. Now you just need the Southern states. Or Canada. There you go. You can
I'll,
do that.
I'll think of something.
Yes, they can go on an adventure. Well, this celestial one, you can really go a bunch of places if it's celestial. That sounds interesting. This is cool. I like this. I like that you got into the comics and you're also doing your novel as well. That's really neat. Nice. What else? What else you got? Do you do So now that you're kind of like just getting started, you're on issue 3. Do you go to a lot of cons or do you go do any like in-person events?
I go to mainly my local Comic Con, but as far as going to in person events and Comic Cons to present what I have, that's something I've yet to do. But hopefully, at the next Comic Con in Liverpool this November, I'll be doing that for the first time.
Ooh, that's very exciting. It's fun when you go out there. You get to meet a lot of people, talk about with your books and get to know stuff. I think that's so much fun. I have a lot of fun helping my friends when they do their booths. It's good times for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that you're going to be able to experience that soon. That's really cool.
I'm sure it's a positive experience.
Yeah, it's kind of nerve wracking, but yes, it is very much yes. Well, yeah, no, that's a lot of fun. I love that. Yeah, speaking of like comics, is you're always because you're a writer, you love doing that. Is there anybody that you would want to work with, like art wise, live or dead, that you would love to have done a mashup with, like you write and they illustrated your story for?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I did that's something I didn't put a lot of thought in, but someone that I did admit once that I would like to work with is Jimmy Palmiotti.
Okay,
I
I see
really
that.
like
Yeah.
his art style. I think it's great. David Lapham is another one, and I know it's a bit of an ask, but Alan Moore and to a
Oh,
massive extent, Morrison, because well, they're part of the reason I got into this.
that's cool. I think that would be a good mix of artists. I could really see Palmiotti mixing with your style that you have going on here, which would be really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna ask a real rude question that he likes to ask a lot. I know he was lurking in the chat earlier. It's gonna be a tough one. This might be a tough one for you.
Okay.
You could take out any superhero. That's right. You're taking them out. They're gonna be gone, gone, good, out of here. Who are you taking out and why?
Who would I? Okay, so this is a superhero that I can just wipe out of existence and all
Yes.
memory of would be
Yeah.
gone.
Hmm.
Okay, then it's a bit of a tough one because I'm trying to think of a comic character that has had the most negative impact on comics. And there's quite a few candidates for that title.
Mm. Hmm.
So I don't know, I think maybe Deadpool.
Deadpool. All right. How are you gonna take Deadpool out? Because that's a tough one. Because he's pretty much almost indestructible. That's gonna be interesting.
That's how would I take him out? Okay,
Yeah.
so I would find the largest sun in the universe and I would just, I don't know, shoot a transportation ray at him or something if that was available and transport him straight into the center of that sun.
Whoa. Dang. I like this. I like that. Listen, I would read that in a heartbeat. I think that it's very interesting. I like this. This is an interesting question coming from Phil, because we got a lot of people going to Heroes Con, which I believe is what, next week? You guys are getting on that? He wants to know, do you do pineapple on pizza? Yes or no? Is that a thing in the UK where you put pineapple on pizza? It's a thing here.
It's the same kind of debate. It gets the same kind of debate.
Oh yeah.
So would I have pineapple on pizza? If someone came up to me and offered it to me, I'd probably eat it because I wouldn't want to be rude. And well, it's pineapple on pizza. What's the worst it could do to me? But if I had the choice of what ingredients or topping to put on it, I wouldn't put pineapple on it because I don't hate it. I just don't think it mixes well.
It depends. If you get the right cheese, dough, and sauce, it's the perfect blend. But no, I can definitely understand that for sure. But also, listen, I think an anchovy is a far worse topping than pineapple when it comes to pizza. So
Yeah,
no. Pineapple anchovy pizza, that'd be a straight no. That goes right to hell. That's a no. Oh, this is also interesting. Pineapple on a hot dog, that actually might be really good.
it
That
could work
actually that
actually.
actually might be decent. Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what kind of meat you're using for the hot dog, obviously.
Yeah. I make turkey and chicken and burgers and I put pineapple teriyaki on there and I love it. So I think that would actually work really well on a hot dog. Get it like a grilled hot dog. Ooh, yeah, that might be delicious. You just had anchovies for the first time. Pretty good. Listen, you can have all of my anchovies. I don't want that nowhere near my food. You're good. Uh, oh, on pizza, really? You had anchovies on pizza? Interesting. Yes. No, you could take all of mine. Just go ahead and have those. I'm good on those. No, thank you. Very nice. So yeah. If you guys are just joining us, we went over your campaigns for Rocker Girl and Neon Noir, which both look fantastic. I have all the links down below for those. So if you guys have any questions on those, or you guys have any other questions besides food questions, you can go ahead. Yes, more for you. Perfect. Go in there. Nice. So yeah, that's cool. So I like that you're in London and do that. Do you go to a lot of cons yourself, or do you go to a lot of comic shows around the area to see what's up
Not
and around?
not often. I don't go to them all across the country. I usually go to the local one. And in this kind of area, there's not that
Hmm.
many of them apart from the Liverpool Comic Convention. And they only do that like twice a year, if I recall
Okay.
correctly.
Very cool.
But I'm hoping that in the near future, I do get to expand on my comic convention trips more.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to more cons myself. And as I said, the biggest one over here for like indies and artists is Heroes Con. That's next week, and we usually have like 80 some people go to that con just in the YouTube area. So it's very much indie creator centric. So if you ever come here in the States for that, you should definitely check out Heroes Con if you ever come here. So that's cool.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you ever go to like you said you go to Spain? So do you ever go to the other countries for their cons? Ever check that
No,
out?
no, oh no, not particularly. I'm not overly familiar with the Spanish versions, to be fair. But now that
Hmm.
you mentioned it, yeah, that probably should be on the list.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've had people on here from Ireland, Scotland, Italy, and then also Greece. And they have a bunch of really interesting comic cons that are around. And I love the formatting of the books that they use. I love like the European style, the hardcovers of the art books that they have. Did you ever want to do like a format in like the European format of a
I
comic?
mean, I don't think it's strictly the European format, but this is, if I got it right, the UK format, as in
Okay.
that's the UK size,
Yeah.
and the formatting of the UK is in the UK format the same way because it's a comic that's developed and printed in the UK, so it might as well be in that style.
Yeah. I like, what is it, A4? Is that the style, the
Yeah,
size that they use? Yeah.
for
That's good. Yeah, I have a bunch of like the Slain stuff all in the A4 format, which I like. Slane's one of my favorite reads over there, which I dig. I was very much also into 2080. Very cool stuff.
hmm
Yeah, good times. Uh, is there any other comics that you like to read that you are into, or do you do a lot of novels more? Are you
Um,
more of a novel reader?
no, I'm not that much of a novel reader. It's like it's this weird situation where I don't read a lot, but I write a lot.
Okay, nice.
But as
That's
far as
fun.
comics go, it depends on the author or the writer usually.
Okay.
if I can trust that whatever it is I'm reading, it's going to be a good experience. So whatever Alan Moore's done, David Lapham's work, Ed Brubaker, that's another favorite of mine. And if it's not those kinds of comics, it's Kickstarter comics that I backed.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's a few of those indie titles basically funded on that site that I like to engage in.
Yeah,
And
I'm very much a fan of the indie comic scene. I've been backing more things and picking up stuff from like the comic shops lately. That's kind of
yeah,
where my scene is at. Oh, we got Tate. What's up, Tate? Also, congrats on your the Shift project, which was very successful. I love seeing that people around that I've known a long time are finally working on their books and stuff. So I very much encourage that. So yes, bring out more people creating stuff. I love that. But yeah, you like writing, so that's cool. What do you like to write about? Just about anything? Do you come up with like little mini stories, like just something, just like doodle things out?
um, the novel that I'm working on is a little demanding. I started it just this month, but it's one of those. Have you heard of that challenge where you have to write a whole novel within a month, at least 50,000 words?
I've not. No, tell us more about that. What's that all about?
So, hold on, I have to remind myself what it was called, but I think it's called Nani Mimo Miro or something like that. And the challenge is you have to write a novel, and the novel is the standard length of a novel is at least 50,000 words. And within any given month, doesn't matter how many of days that month has, you have to write 50,000 words at least.
Wow.
And I wouldn't say I'm doing what I'm doing with the novel for trying to complete that challenge, but I did think, well, if people can do that, then I can probably do that in a month. And so I started it early this June, like the 1st of June, I think it was. And now I'm almost 44,000 words into
Whoa.
it.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Are you gonna keep
Um,
doing that per month, or are you just like just doing one at a time?
oh, yeah. Like my goal is to try and finish it by the end of June. So, yeah.
Wow, that's cool. That's amazing. I like that. I think that's really cool for aspiring writers that want to do something like that. That's neat.
Mhm.
I like that. The kudos to you for keeping that up, and you're almost done with it. Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Thanks.
Very neat. Yeah, Tate, I'm looking forward to getting the shift in my hands. I really want to see what you guys did with that. And oh yeah, thanks, Michael. Yes, kindly hit the smash and like button. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm also going to drop some links too that you have here. This here is your link tree. You can go follow you on Twitter, Instagram, all the places on here. You even have it looks like a sign up link on your publishing site to sign up for your newsletter
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
That's my Substack.
Yes, here, let me copy. Let's see, got this in here, paste that in there. Because you're also working on the proxy publishing. Yes, that's what you're working on
Yeah,
as
I do.
well. Yeah, nice. So you're looking for other titles to be published in your little proxy publishing company?
Sorry, what was the question again?
Sorry, my phone started beeping. I said, are you looking for other people? Like, let's say people in the UK or anybody else. Are you looking for people to send you some stuff to get
Oh,
published?
no. At the moment, no, because so far I'm the only writer, and I didn't really consider taking on other writers because
Yeah.
property publishing at the moment is a really small, tiny, really outfit. But if it ever got to the point where it expanded, and I don't really expect it to,
Yeah.
then I would consider taking on more writers. And I probably won't do this for the next two campaigns that are coming up. But one idea that I had as a sort of, how do I put it, a campaign reward or a stretch goal reward is to have a book together that's comprised of the different artworks based on the worlds of Rokugan and the Noir by a
Oh,
compilation
cool.
of different artists.
Oh, that's neat. I like that. So if anybody wants to reach out to you for fan art or to be part of that project, can they go ahead and do that?
Yeah, they can if they want.
Nice, because we got a ton of artists in chat, so that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting to see. I like that. So yeah, if you guys listen, go hit up the Rocket Girl stuff. Check that out because there's some really interesting characters and character designs in there. Got the 1950s Chicago. You got all kinds of stuff happening. Girl gangs. Let's go. I want to see that. I want to see more fan art of that because Michael's a good one. I don't know if you know Michael, but he does reviews on comics and he'll do an art piece along to go with the comic as he reviews it. So I love seeing that kind of thing. So yeah, dude, get in here on some action on this. I'm gonna drop the link one more time to your Rocket Girl campaign, so people can go ahead and check this out. But yeah, that's fun. That's exciting. Very cool. If you want, I'll go back over and check out the. Let me go look more about the. Oh no, what did I do? Presents. Go back over to the Rocket Girl campaign and go look at more of this. But yeah, I think the art style is really unique. I like it. I love this little bit more of the comic that you have going on here. I love the story. I love what I see here. So this is all for issue 3 that's going to be coming out. You said probably about autumn, which is neat. That's a good time for a comic, I think. You have the rival girl gang there. You have the girl gang down here, which is really neat. Because we have way more people watching us now than we did when we first started. Explain a little bit more about what Rocket Girl is all about while I'm going over I can go over the artwork.
Well, I think so. As kind of a theme, the Wild Fawns, they're a criminal gang or street gang that specialize in auto theft and basically chopping up motor vehicles and turning them into something else or selling off the parts, that sort of thing. But the rival criminal groups they're against tend to be worse. So the street gang they go up against in issue 3, they're a lot more violent. There's that.
Okay.
And there's also another group called the Aztecs, and they're basically drug dealers.
Oh snap. Yeah, they're going to have a lot of heavy competition, looks like, in the next issue.
And in fact, that Poker God game table is an Aztec game. It's supposed to be anyway.
Oh, yes, girl gangs. That's what we're talking about, Michael. I think it looks really cool. I think it's really interesting, too, to see the 1950s, which I'm a big fan of that. I love that kind of style. But I also love, like, the punk scene that you have going on here. I also love that you have, like, this really interesting, like, styles. Like, you didn't really see this with the ladies back in the 50s, and I love that you have this. I like that they're robbing the Aztec gold there. I like the tattooed, babed pinups looking here, and I think it's fantastic. I think that's really cool. Yes, it does sound dope. You're not wrong. Yes. I think the artwork, I like the flashback style that you got here. You really nailed, like, that clothing period, time period stuff for this. It looks really good. Pages look great. Yeah, here we go. Here's more of the Chop Shop, the girl gang. I like that they're part of that Chop Shop. I think that's fun. But yeah, the clothing, you just nailed it. It's great. It's very cool. Nailed the city. I like the Chicago stuff. I love all of this. It's really cool. That was the campaign that I showed for issue. What was this for issue 1 here? Very cool because you had issue 1, issue 2, now you're doing issue 3, which I think is fantastic. And this is more of the artwork that was for issue 1. It changed a little bit. You said Spider Dave is now on it, which I think he really nailed the grittier style as well.
Spider Dave was the artist for issue 1, but due to lack of availability, he was switched out as well. And the second issue artist is Rodrigo Puchetta.
Okay. Yeah, very cool. It's very cute. I like that they have each individual style. It's very cute.
I think so far Rodrigo is my favorite. I think he does a great job.
Really good. I think this is one of my favorite pieces that I've seen here. I love this. I think it just nails that kind of like 50s style, like crime punk, but also I love the chase scene down here. That's cute. You got the cash blowing all over the place. That's adorable. Very cool. It's like, oh no. I like that you got the reflection right there in the glasses. That's cool. That's cool. I like this. I think it's really neat. And here's issue 3 right here. This is on for pre-launch as well. You got the different covers here. It looks great. Really nice. Way to go. Yeah, I'm gonna be sharing this around all over the place because I want way more people to sign up for this because I think it's really cool. You got this one, and you also have Neon Noir as well. That also looks great. Yes, the gun piece slays, right? I think that is one of my favorite pieces that I've seen. Let me see if I can go back to this. It's one of my favorite things that I've seen over here. I think it's just really gnarly. And I like that you had the different colors on it. You had like the red one, like a purplish one, like a green one as well, which I think is really neat. But the gun on this is just very cool looking.
It's quite detailed.
Yeah, it's really cool. Great job. Yeah, I think your artists, all the artists that you've had on this so far, I think they've pretty much matched up with what you're going for in like the story. And I'm looking forward to seeing way more for issue 3, and I think that looks great. Yeah, I love the makeup on the villains. Well, I call them villains, but the rival gang. Let me see if I can find that one art piece. Got more
Well,
of her here. Yeah.
if you want, I could tell you the name of that gang. It's
Yes,
not
please.
okay. So the name of that gang with the makeup and the punk style clothing is Volons, as in LONS, and that's an acronym for Ladies of the Night.
Ooh, I dig that because they're doing all the crime at nighttime too. Oh, there it is. Look, you have some of that right there. Cool. I like that. Let me see. Where's that one piece that shows? Oh, here it is. That shows the rival gang right there. Oh, that's awesome. They look awesome. Oh, dude, yeah. I really hope that a lot of the ladies, when they come around and see this, is great pieces for cosplay in this. That would be awesome. I would love to see more of the Lawns cosplay. That'd be awesome. Be fantastic. Like the striking poses for that. That's awesome. Yeah, very neat. I very much like this, and I love the stuff that you have for Neon Noir as well. If you guys are just coming here, here is the link for Neon Noir. Go sign up for this as well. Very cool. I like both styles that you have for the comics, which are really cool. It's your favorite gang, dude. They are slowly and easily becoming my favorite gang as well. I like their aesthetic as very much. Yes, great designs for that rival gang. Yeah, I want to say the first thing I've ever seen for Rocket Girl, it was an image with her on it with the makeup. I remember seeing this like all over Twitter. Like I think I was posting some more of the sign up things way back in the day, and I remember seeing that. And I think she has just got really cool imagery, and I like that using like the blue makeup that looks like black and blue. That looks cool. It looks just neat. Very much a fan of this. I like this a lot. Yeah, and then if you guys are just coming in, let me go to your the other one real quick, Neon Noir, because I like the art style on this. Neon Noir is interesting. It's got like kind of like a cartoony vibe to it, like very much like some kind of like Bruce Timmish kind of like
Mm.
cartoon vibe to it. I like that.
Yeah,
I'm very big fan.
that's kind of the point. It's supposed to be very mature in subject, but very childish in style.
Yeah, I think that looks like a real fun read. I like it. And I like that this one takes place in the 80s, the other one takes place in the 50s, and I like that it's like New York style, um, kind of like that underground, gritty, like crime type thing. Yeah, that looks fun. I don't know where CJ is, but I bet he knows all about that. Uh-oh. Yeah, be very careful when you back on other sites. I know Fama Comic has it pop up too. Like every now and then, a thing will pop up depending on what site that you're doing it from, and it'll ask you for the tip thing. Yeah, but Stop Painter, how are you doing? Because Painter's in chat, I have a question. Because these two are in pre-launch, do you have any tiers coming up that are like drawn in tiers? Like you can get drawn into the comic book?
Yeah, for the third issue and the
Yeah.
first issue of Neon Noir, I probably will. I did
Ooh,
have that
okay.
idea for the third issue of Rocket Girl, but I didn't for the first issue of Neon Noir. And the reason why I didn't do it for the first two issues of Rocket Girl was because I wasn't sure if it was necessary to fit them in at first, but then I got into the third issue, and since the third issue has more of the city with more extras, if you can call them, featured,
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh yeah, I could fit someone in there if they wanted to pay for it.
Oh, yep. Listen, I know he's a big fan of getting drawn in tears. I've also picked up a couple of those myself. I love seeing that. That is fun. Yes, yes. Oh, you're welcome. For sure. And ooh, they look like the girl version of the baseball Furies from the Warriors. Yes. Yes, they also do that, and they also give me like a Kiss vibe just based on the makeup. But I also very much dig that type of makeup, and I love seeing that. Very much love that. It would be very cool to see a group of girls or whoever cosplay that at a con, because that would be such a striking image with the clothing and everything. Oh, that would look really cool. I would love seeing that. That's awesome. Let's see. Let's go back to our faces for a hot second. Oh, we're tiny. There we go. Boom. There's our faces. Dude, it was very nice meeting you and get to know more about Soraka Girl and Neon Noir. Very excited for these titles. They look
Mhm.
fun. They look great. I love the art that's inside of them. I think the story sounds really, really cool. Very much wish you luck on these. And you said they're going to be launching probably autumn or close to 2026.
Right.
Yeah, so keep looking on those. And anybody in chat that you're here, go follow him around. I have your link tree down below. I have the links to all the campaigns down below. Go check them out. Go sign up for them. Yeah, I want to get you way more followers on these. I think those are very cool projects,
Right.
and I like seeing that. Yeah,
Right.
and with that,
Right.
oh, you signed up and you're stoked. Yes, thank you, Michael. Thank you. But yeah, before we get out of here, do you have any other appearances, cons, anything that you want to talk about before we leave?
Um, it's not fully booked or set in stone yet, but I mentioned earlier that there's a Comic Con in Liverpool, and it will happen this November, November 14th to November 15th, and I'll
Okay.
probably be there.
Nice. Listen, I have a lot of comic friends over in that area, so I'm gonna be telling them to go look for you at the Liverpool Con. Glenn, you hear this? That's my challenge to you. You and Wayne go out there and hit up some cons over in November. I think you can do that. That's gonna be cool. But thank you again for coming on here and talking. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time.
Great.
Very good. Sounds everything that
Uh,
you're doing. It sounds like really good.
right, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And it looks like you got 2 more followers for both the campaigns. So woo, let's go. Follow this around. That's awesome. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get some food. You're probably gonna go to sleep because I know it's super late there.
I'll probably have a cup of tea first.
Ooh, what kind of tea do you? What's your go-to tea? I love tea.
Masala chai tea.
I love chai tea. Chai tea is the best. It's so good. I even have a bunch of the lattes. Those are delicious. Try.
Oh
Those
yeah,
are
they're
fantastic.
great.
I might have to go make one of those. It's kind of cold today, so maybe I'll go make a chai tea. Let's go. But we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for hanging. Thank you very much for hanging here, and we're gonna go. But let's move. Bye, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.